What's going on, guys? We're going to cover some live price action here on the NASDAQ 100, and there's some levels that I want to absolutely go over because I think they're going to come in, they're going to come into play, okay, to kind of finish out this week. Now, if you guys were actively trading this morning, absolute shit show. I was down $100, $200, back to flat, up $100, up $200, back to flat. Finally finished out the day up about $330 trading micros. So trading a couple of micros. Again, this range was extremely nasty. Bit of a battle going on. Now, why are we consolidating? Why are we, why was there no follow through? Your guess is going to be as good as mine. However, I'm a technical analysis trader. I'm going to follow the levels until the levels prove me wrong. Okay. So that's what technical analysis is for. Now, there's going to be some levels on this chart. And one thing that I'm going to start incorporating into my weekly technical analysis for the future side is something I probably should have been doing a lot longer. I've done it on occasion, but I don't do it regularly the way that I do it for my equities trading. So when I'm trading things like AMD, things like Tesla, Nvidia, the QQQ, Apple, Microsoft, those type of names. When I'm trading options on those names, I'm always looking at the weekly expected move in the options market. Now, the options market really drives price. So if you have, I'll just give you a very basic and generic example. Let's say, for example, the price on a stock was $100 yesterday. Okay. And let's say to open up the session, we are trading at $99.50. And off the open, you start seeing the options market, the live flow coming in for 105s, 102s, 105s. This week's out of the money expirations, as we are approaching that level and able to break, retest, or able to break with momentum, typically you can get a move, right? So if the weekly expected move was, let's say, 105, okay, and the price opens at 99.50, and we're approaching that $100 level, which was yesterday's high, and you start seeing them come into, placing those big bets, $1 million bets, $100,000 bets, $200,000 bets, $500,000 bets, there's a good probability that that price explodes through that. Now, whether it holds, whether it continues to go, is another case. However, you can typically take some skin off of that move. Okay. So when we come to the options market, when we come to looking at the futures market, it's a little bit different because there's a lot of expiring contracts based on a week to week basis, based on an end of month, based on an end of week. So what I have here is I'm always going to be looking at a couple of different expected measured moves. Now, we have an expected measured move of yesterday's high. Up here I have it targeted as R1, so around 29,400. But the weekly expected move gives us a target all the way up to 29,647 or all the way down to 29,000. Okay, so big move there, about 700 points. When we come into today's contract that is expiring today, the measured potential move was 29,125 all the way up to 647. Okay. So that's the expected move. Now, the 29,250 is, let's call it your mean, right? And there's a big battle going on here because if you look at the other blue line that's just right above it, this is your daily 10 SMA. So earlier this morning, we kind of spiked, we broke through that daily 10, and then we had a nasty sell off into today's expected move. I want you guys to really notice this into today's expected move. Lot of choppiness action, staying below this daily 10, getting a lot of resistance, back down, double bottom test, not only at the 5 daily moving average, but at today's expected range as well. So if we cannot break through the daily 5, that's clue number 1. We're not breaking through the daily 5. We're also not breaking through today's expected move to the downside. Yes, there's going to be some chop, but realistically, where should we be positioning ourselves? Now, the first trade that I got caught on long was I went through this move initially here and got caught on a little bit of a pullback. Almost bought the high of day there. I was expecting to kind of run into yesterday's high at 29,400, got pulled back on. Took a very small paper cut loss, $100, $150, something like that. But I made 2 trades that made it back, and very nice trades. down here towards that daily 5, down here towards today's expected. I got in on the bounce once I seen these wicks. Okay, there was 2 different trade setups here. Once I seen the wick and a green candle close, I jumped in, able to take some cash. Once I seen the wick, once I seen the green candle close, jumped in, made some cash. So again, the bottom of the range has been playing fine. Now, what happens if we break today's expected move? That's when you're going to see things start to accelerate down towards 29,000. So what you would want to see in a bearish scenario would be 29,125, 29,000. Let's call it 140. You want to see those levels broken, but not just broken. You want to see a candle close below those levels. And if you see a candle close below those levels, look for the push. Okay, look for the push back into that structure and then look for a continuation down. Once you get the push into that structure of this area here, let me get my drawing tool. Once you get some type of candle to close or break this level, you want to see a push back into this zone followed by a failed reclaim, and then you can start to get short somewhere in this range, okay? Somewhere in this range, and now you can start targeting a move down towards 29,000. Now, you don't have to, target the entire move, but you kind of get the drift of what I'm talking about. Now, in this particular scenario, look at what's going on here. If the mean, right, that VWAP has been floating around 29,250, we have the mean from this overall expected move. This is sitting almost dead center in this expected move for the weekly expectation. Look at what happens right now as this is playing out live. You're getting a break of the daily 10, followed by a pullback to the mean, and then followed by a nice push higher. This is definitely still bullish momentum here until we start to really lose 250. So this is how I'm looking at things. Below 250, okay, below 250, bearish, okay, that down to the bottom of the expected move, okay. Above 250, a little bit more bullish. We're looking for a continuation to the upside. Now, obviously, high of day is going to be a little bit of resistance there. And obviously, yesterday's high is going to be a little bit of resistance there. And then going into tomorrow, we have that target of 29,647. Okay, so depending on how today finishes up, you can use these levels. If you guys want to take a screenshot, I'll go ahead and leave this on the charts right now. But again, we have to consider what they are pricing in to the market for this week, including today and tomorrow. What are they pricing in? What are those ranges, and how can we play those extremes? Now, mind you, look at this area here. Okay, the area that we're chopping around in, you're above today's expected range. You're below the daily 10, you're below the mean. Nothing's really happening here besides a lot of range. Okay, so this is telling you you're not at a weekly expectation to the downside. You're not at a weekly expectation to the upside. You're in the lower portion of this range. Unless you're a really, really good range trader, you want to kind of stay out of the middle. Okay. You want to buy the extreme. So you want to be buying down here towards the expected range to the downside, unless candle closes below, back test, right? And then continues. That would get you out of that long position. Or you want to look for shorts up here towards 29,400 and shorts up here towards 29,647. Those would be your 2 areas where you're looking for shorts. Push into here, maybe a break, followed by a back test that fails, and then closure back under. You would look for a short position back down into this range. Or you're looking to get long somewhere in this range and kind of hold this for a little bit of a grind higher into 29,400. Again, we close or we get back below 29,250, the opportunity shifts from trying to catch this grind higher to we're back into the middle of the range, and you can expect a grind back into today's expected move. A lot of levels there, but basically, let's shorten this up. Let's make it very, very simple. Below 29,250, you're in a chop zone. Now, either you can go short to the bottom of that range, which is somewhere between 29,120, 29,150. You can short into that, but it's going to be very, very dangerous. It's going to be just like this morning, very, very choppy. Or you can buy, okay, you can buy on any break and reclaim of 29,125. Or if this level gets broken, you can see acceleration to the downside of 29,000, but you need to see the break, you need to see the failed reclaim, and then you can go short, okay? But as of right now, we are working our way up. Bulls are trying to do a good job here in reclaiming this whole daily 10 simple moving average. If they do, that puts us well over the daily 5. It puts us back over the daily 10. and it puts us on pace for at least attempting to break towards 29,400. Same rules would apply there: break, retest, hold, consolidate, and then we can push up towards 29,647. That's how we're going to play it. Hope you guys took something from this video. Guys, if you need Apex evaluation accounts, 90% off using code DAnthony. Also, if you guys want to join the Discord, we were running a tight ship there. We got about 10 to 12 active traders, all kind of trading in and around the same way. Very, very helpful traders. We do live analysis there. We do recaps. We do, a lot more stuff here. You get access to all my educational content that's not on YouTube, a little bit more in-depth stuff. All of that information is down in the description box below. If you guys want to join, try us out for a month, see if it's a good fit for you. It might be, it might not be. So again, that's why I always recommend try it out for 30 days, see if Evolution Traders community is for you. If it's not, that's fine, but at least you can take something away from joining that 30 days. I'll see all of you guys on the next video. Catch you guys all next time.